Do you wonder what your purpose is in life or think that your life must have a bigger meaning? Let me share a past life story with you to show you that sometimes the simplest lives give us the biggest lessons. I do past life regression, life in between lives, and I help people channel their higher selves. And in a session today, we were looking at my client's past life. When we came on the scene, he was still a man in that life and surveying a large wheat field with beautiful grassy patches in between and feeling very accomplished and very proud of himself for having such beautiful fields. Then when we looked at his house, he built his house on his own too, and he was very proud of the house. He said his life felt very complete and very full, like he had fulfilled his purpose. I took him forward to look at another scene, and he described utter chaos. There was a war that came through his area, right through his property and by his home. And while they didn't touch or destroy his home, they burned every part of his fields. Everything was completely destroyed. I asked him how he reacted, and he said he didn't have the strength to even ever leave his house again. He couldn't handle what he saw through his windows. He couldn't move on or go outside. And because he didn't leave his home, very shortly after that, he died of starvation and dehydration, feeling very defeated, depressed, helpless, and sad. We looked at what he did in between lives, and then I called forth his higher self. I asked his higher self, what was the reason that you showed him that past life? And I'm going to read off my notes because his higher self said, it's a lesson about how you just work with what you're given to the best that you possibly can. And sometimes your purpose can just be to do that your whole life. And that life was actually also about a lesson about how you are fully in charge of your life and what it ends up looking like. You are in control if you let your panic and fear close yourself off in four walls. It's your choice. I then asked his higher self because he could have made a different choice. Is that right? And his higher self said yes. I asked if he was happy to learn this lesson, and his higher self said yes. It was huge. It was very eye-opening for him. It was life-changing, almost like a new tool or skill for his life and for his journey from that point forward. He also wanted me to ask his higher self if for this lifetime, if he had a specific purpose that he pre-planned before he came here, and the answer was no. That he literally just came here to experience life to its fullest and to experience every single emotion that he possibly could and to experience them all deeply. This just goes to show you that purpose may not have the same meaning for your soul as it does for your conscious mind.